Okay, so we are outside of Salt Lake City in a little suburb, and plans have changed. So last Saturday when we left Park City, we were headed to Bryce, and Matt noticed some smoking from our tires, maybe 10 minutes outside of the campground.
Yeah, so we were driving down this little canyon, and I was kind of looking in my mirrors, checking for big trucks and other things, and I just happened to glance back. I see a puff of smoke come out, and I'm like, okay, that was definitely from us. And so I start slowing down and pulling over immediately. I went out, looked at it. Something had broken in the suspension, and the two tires on the driver's side were touching. So I came back and said, okay, we're not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So we called the state troopers, and
they were super nice. And so they called the towing company, and they came out and they chained up our axle, and we just limped to the next exit where the tow truck was. The towing company put the camper up on a flatbed trailer on their tow truck, and Matt even was like, you know, he told him the height of our camper and the height of that tow truck, and he's like, you're gonna be really high.
And they were gonna take it. We found an RV store in Draper that we were gonna take it to. So the towing company was like, okay, we got the address of the RV store, but we have to go. The state has routed us a different route, and it's gonna be a lot longer. So we're like, okay, well, just call us when you get close to it. We'll meet you there, and we'll do what's necessary at that point. About 10 minutes, so we left. About 10 minutes later, we get a call from the tow company, and they're like, oh, there's a little problem. We've hit a bridge with your camper. And Lyndon, actually, when it was ringing, she's like, they've hit the bridge. They've hit a bridge, I know it. I'm like, no, there's no way. I was like, no, this is a professional tow company. They wouldn't hit a bridge. And they called, and they've routed their safe way. Well, anyway, they hit a bridge. It's pretty crazy because they did a ton of damage. It's not just knocking off our air conditioners units. It's not just damaging a little bit of the rubber roof or the little blanket that's up there. It's like a rubber blanket. It's they structurally damaged it. The roof is concaved in certain areas. I didn't feel comfortable walking on it later when I got to look at it.
He got to see it that night. They finally got there at like 9:30 at the RV repair place to drop it off, and he came back to the hotel and was like, ooh, it is really bad. And then we all went over the next morning, and you can see where the ceiling like comes in now inside. Yeah. So all that is structurally damaged, and then in the bathroom it comes in, and of course all the fans and the AC units and things like that.
And you know, it was really tough because I sitting in there looking at all the damage. It was like, okay, we're not gonna spend any time soon in this. No more nights, no more trip. We're not really on a vacation. No more living in this our house on wheels and seeing the country. And that was really, really hit me hard, and it was sad. We went back and tried to relax as much as we could. Sunday, it was really tough. We were updating family. We were trying to find a place. We found an Airbnb.
Our great Airbnb.
This one here. And it's really nice. We've been in contact with Camping World, trying to work out. They got us a quote. They left off a couple things, so they're coming back with a quote. And it is very expensive.
The fix is 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So we don't even know what that, I mean.
Yeah, so the other thing is the guy first quoted, he said probably 8 weeks. So we're like, okay, so we're 2,000 miles away from our family, this is our home. We don't really have a home in North Carolina or anywhere in the East Coast, but we consider that home. So we're 2,000 miles from the East Coast. We don't know what to do.
I'm feeling it. It's really hard. It's hard because that's our home, and it wasn't like we chose to stop traveling or being in that home. It was like immediately we're not in our home anymore.
Yeah.
And that's hard. And then immediately we won't make any of our reservations. So that was hard, and just a lot of things about it are hard, and not knowing if we'll ever go back to it, that's hard. Not having any answers to any of those questions is hard. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because we've been on the road 16 months, and it has been a blast.
best time.
Yeah, it's been awesome, and so it's just the sad, because we traveled this place from Canada to Nova Scotia, all the way down the East Coast through New York, Washington, Niagara. I mean,
To the
through
Keys.
Virginia, to the Keys, to Disney, to Disney World, Disneyland, Texas, New Mexico, Phoenix, Arizona, just
yeah,
all the way up to British Columbia. So I mean, I was thinking this morning just about all the places we've been with that thing and how much fun we've had, and it's not going to happen anymore. So
ultimately we have each other.
yeah,
And we did lose our home, but it wasn't like a fire where we lost all of our possessions. We will be able to get back in sometime and get our possessions, and
we've gotten the most important stuff out,
Yeah.
but there's still like a lot of clothing and their toys and books and
it's still sad,
a lot of stuff.
but a lot to be thankful for.
Yeah, definitely.
So we conclude this video with no answered questions.
No,
Just a long list of questions, no answers.